Good afternoon, my faithful listeners, and thank you for tuning in to the Post-Apocalyptic News Radio, your only source for the latest goings-on in the little corner of the post-apocalyptic wasteland we call home. Today is Wednesday, the 18th of June, and we're live at the bottom of the hour with more of the latest. Before we begin, the weather, which I am contractually required to deliver to you. Believe me, I'd much rather skip this and deliver useful news instead, but I don't have a choice in the matter. Please use the weather segment as an opportunity to prepare food or something useful. After all that I'm about to say is immediately available to you via your front door or window. The rain has started to thin, but steadily continues to pour over the wasteland. Still, there is light flooding around the Chestnut River. Use caution in this area. We can expect light winds tonight, a high of 25 degrees Celsius, a low of 23. And that's the weather. Now for some real news. From a report delivered to us by our MCR captors, we have some important information to share. Normally I would not share anything from them, considering we cannot verify anything reported to us by them, but this is a unique story that we can confirm. In a report penned by one Quintus Camillus, we are aware of a sinking situation in the sands of our wasteland. As the rain hammers down on our parched lands, it is creating a unique muck of the soil. Loose like water, but with a grip like hardened cement, we are now suffering the fact that large pockets of quicksand-like areas now litter our wasteland. Reportedly, these areas can be as large as 15 meters in diameter or as small as half a meter. Their danger lies in exposure, however. Often unable to swallow a man in their entirety, they entrap them from the waist down, with such force as to never release them, leaving beasts and men alike to die of thirst, starvation, sickness, or cold. According to Quintus's report, an unfortunate MCR military man found himself in such a situation. Using ends and ropes, his comrades did attempt to pull him free. But such is the force of these muck pits that as the ends pulled, the man was torn in twain, his lower body held by the pit. They are littered across the entirety of our wasteland, even here near the studio. Having seen wild creatures succumb to this fate is how we confirm this story to begin with. It is suggested that you use caution when traveling out in the wasteland, preferably with the aid of a long pole. Use this to feel the ground before you, and it may give you the warning you need before falling victim to such a pit. Moving on, it's time for our daily siege report. The MCR invaded and took control of our wasteland not long ago, but the studio's defenses held. Now, a bitter standoff between your home for music and news and a society of brutes. You may have noticed Miss Katerina Kowola is yet missing from the broadcast. In fact, since yesterday, I have not seen her personally. According to Gaius, she should be returning to the broadcast very soon. Likely, though not guaranteed, tomorrow. I asked what became of her, and was told only that she's resting within her quarters. Though I can neither confirm nor deny this, I can say that there is a strong feeling of doubt filling my stomach. Though I do not like Miss Kowola, I fear for her safety. Meanwhile, our mailbox continues to overflow with reports and stories from the wasteland provided to us by the state-approved sources. Mr. Johnson, an archivist here at the studio, has begun filing these away to clear up our limited mail space. They're being kept as questionable authenticity, as we are unable to verify them. If ever we can, however, we will gladly run these stories. Assuming, that is, that they are true. It's time for us to take a quick break. We'll be right back after a message from the MCR. Stay tuned and we'll discuss the beasts of the wasteland when we return. The trash of the world that was, the waste of what we make, everything still piles up. Waste continues to plague society and choke our world. Fortunately, trash, waste, and junk of all kinds has value, and Milton will pay you for it. Bags of old-world rubbish blocking your hole, sacks of post-event nuclear waste killing your garden, tubs of bio-waste pooling in the street. Bring it to Milton Mill in Wrench Pit. Big cheddar for your waste. Now under the new management of the MCR, Milton Mill is your only state-approved waste disposal facility. And we're back. Terribly sorry to keep you waiting. It's time we discuss the beasts that travel our wasteland. Ever since the incident, the wild things of the world have changed. Very few beasts are as they once were. Often morphed and mutated into horrific abominations, these creatures prowl the wastes. Many of them deadly, some helpful, others benign. In this segment, we should discuss our wasteland's wild things. This is a rare instance where we can discuss a creature most familiar. Cats. Well, yes, many feline creatures succumbed to the wastes and became creatures most terrible. Many did not. And so our world is filled with cats, happy to roam wild. Glarings of feral cats have, in fact, been seen prowling the wastes and can be heard in the night battling one another. While these can be quite dangerous, there are yet domestic cats within settlements used as both companions and pest exterminators. In fact, Miss Beans is still here within our studio, though she is strictly a companion. So long as I live and breathe, Miss Beans should never need work or suffer. If anything should ever happen to my munchkin baby, I'll burn the studio down without hesitation. But I'm afraid that's going to be all of the time we have for today. It's about time for the evening radio music. Before we go, however, I should like to leave you with the afternoon puzzler. Did you discover yesterday's answer? I'll remind you the question was, why is it a bad idea to iron your 4-leaf clover? The answer, because you should never press your luck. Congratulations to anyone who got that one. Today's puzzler is as follows. Why do melons have weddings? Think about it, and tune in again tomorrow for the answer. But I'm afraid that's all of the time we have for now. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Until next time, I wish you all the very best. And, if you're truly out there, good luck.